Javier Baez had some choice words for his own fan base yesterday. He bobbled the ball, but then he made up for it, but the fans, they were not happy. We had some drama in the Phillies and Diamondbacks game after Arizona's star rookie and maybe MVP candidate Corbin Carroll got hit twice before the fourth inning. Also, there was a cycle in that game, and Shohei Ohtani, he might be having his best season yet. He had 2 more home runs yesterday, and of course it came against the Rangers, a division rival. All of that in today's MLB recap, a series in which we recap every single game, almost every single day. And do not forget to use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek if you're going to any baseball games anytime soon. Now, before we talk about all of the MLB games from yesterday, I do want to show a quick highlight from the Texas versus Omaha college baseball game. I feel so bad because that ball was hit into the twilight. Twilight is pretty much a mixture of day and night, where if it's hit up into the sky, you cannot see it. It is such a lonely feeling because you know that you have to catch this baseball if you're going to win this game. Unfortunately, it drops, and Omaha, they walk it off. Texas, they're going home. James Karinchak, yet again, has been sent down to AAA. Even though he has a 2 ERA and 13 strikeouts over his last 9 innings, he has 7 walks in those same 9 innings. He has 19 walks in 27 innings on the year. So yeah, Cleveland, they're trying to fix his mechanics because ever since the pitch clock was introduced, he has not been that great at command, and obviously it's showing its ugly head, even though he's not giving up a ton of runs. All right, let's get into the actual games from yesterday. We have the Tigers and the Braves. After Ronald smacked a huge 2-run double to put the Braves up by 3, Tiger fans, they were really starting to get fed up with their ball club because Detroit has not won a single game in the month of June. And then they saw their overpaid and maybe overrated shortstop Javier Baez bobble a ball. Now, he still got the out. He made up for it, but they booed him. Javier Baez pretty much told everyone to STFU and kind of calm down. Now, lucky for Javi, those boos are going to quickly turn into cheers. Andy Ibanez, he socked a home run in the 7th, only to have Michael Harris steal that run back on his 4th home run. Michael Harris is hitting .370 with 2 home runs over his last 7 games, so look at him. He's waking up. Zach Short of the Tigers then got that run back on a single, and look at Torkelson finally clutching up. His 2-run, 440-foot monster shot brings it to within 1. Zach Short, he collected his 2nd RBI single of the night, tying it at 5-5. Now it stays tied going into the bottom of the 10th, where Torkelson, he delivers again. The #1 overall pick from 2020 has a combined -1.4 WAR on Baseball Reference to begin his career, so any signs of life is huge. In my opinion, this was his biggest game as a big leaguer. We're going to talk about Shohei Ohtani and his crazy game in just a second, but we have to talk about another crazy game, the Diamondbacks and the Phillies. Holy cycle watch. It's the 3rd inning, and JT Realmuto already has the 2 hardest parts of the cycle done and over with. A home run in the 2nd and a triple in the 3rd inning. Now we got to get into some beef as Arizona's rookie star Corbin Carroll got beamed in the 3rd, and that came after he was hit in his first at-bat of the game. Arizona's manager Lavello, I hope I said that right, he was not happy. He started jawing at JT Realmuto, and the benches ended up clearing. I don't know if that just pumped up the Diamondbacks or what, but the Snakes, they started seeing beach balls. Pavin Smith, he roped a huge 2-run double to score 2, including Corbin Carroll after Corbin got hit. Emmanuel Rivera, he got it going in the 4th on an RBI single, and look who's tying it up. Corbin CC, he legged out a game-tying triple to score Rivera. Corbin already has 33 extra base hits, 19 stolen bases. He is leading all of the National League in OPS plus, which almost doesn't make sense. Evan Longoria, he broke it all the way open with a 3-run laser beam home run, his 340th for his career. But here come the Phillies. Madness ensued to end this one. Harper had an RBI single. JT Realmuto doubled in the 9th, completing a cycle. Bryson Stott brings home JT Realmuto, and there's the go-ahead shot. Or so Cody Clemens and the Phillies broadcast thought. That ball was foul, and then ultimately he struck out. That has to really suck. The Diamondbacks are winners of 6 in a row, and they are 4 games ahead of the Dodgers for first place in the NL West. Now, we are going to talk about the A's in just a second because just like the Diamondbacks, they are going for 6 wins in a row. But let's talk about the Angels and the Rangers. I completely forgot that the Rangers got this kid in the Joey Gallo trade. Ezekiel Duran, he smoked a 3-run bomb 421 feet off the bat. He's now hitting .310 with 8 home runs, 28 RBIs, and a 141 OPS plus. Now, Mike Trout, he did get one of those runs back, but methinks that angered Texas even more. The Rangers went up 5-1 in the 3rd after a Josh Young single and then a Mitch Garver double. I believe that's how it went. All off of Tyler Anderson, who has been atrocious. He has a 5.8 ERA for the Angels. And this is after he was really good for the Dodgers, but I knew that he was going to be a thief of money, but maybe me calling him out is going to be a good thing for him because maybe he's going to show me up, just like Taijuan Walker. The Halos, though, they were not going to go down without a fight. They scraped together a big 3-run 5th inning, and it wasn't pretty by any means. Ohtani, he had a sac fly. Taylor Ward, he scored on an error from Adolis Garcia, and then Mike Trout scored on a wild pitch. So now, all of a sudden, it's a 1-run game. No, it isn't. Ohtani's son. He hit one 460 feet. You rarely see Shohei Ohtani pimp and actually like boast about himself. He's always pretty humble. Nah, he bat flipped that thing. That was his 19th of the season, and it stayed 5-5 all the way into the 12th inning when Ohtani somehow hit that pitch out for a 2-run Oppo Taco. It is not tied anymore, so it's a 7-5 ball game. He's hitting over 300 while leading the American League with 20 home runs. He's also one of 2 pitchers in the American League with 100 strikeouts on the bump. Ohtani is the only human in history to have a season with 20 home runs and 100 strikeouts as a pitcher. He's done that 3 times already. Chad Wallach, he smashed a 2-run home run as well. The Angels, they win a massive game against the surging Rangers. In my opinion, the biggest win of 2023 for the Halos came yesterday. Also, I completely forgot to mention that Zach Neto made a sick catch in the 6th inning. Look at him go. He's flying out there. He has been an amazing addition to this team. And not gonna lie, even though he's not the best player on the Angels, he could very well be the most important. Just like the Diamondbacks, we've already hinted at this, but the A's are going for their 6th win in a row. This game honestly was won and lost all within like 14 minutes. Rookie Shea Langoliers, he hit one to the track, clearing the bases to put Oakland up by 3, and the other rookie, Ryan Noda, he delivered as well. That was a clutch RBI single because in the very next frame, Jose Siri hit a baseball like he was angry at it. This dude only hits tank jobs. That's 12 home runs to go along with a 125 OPS plus with elite speed and defense in the outfield. Now we have to tip our cap to Ken Waldichuk of the A's because he carved up the Rays over the final 3 innings. He struck out 5 over 3 for a 3-inning save. The Oakland Athletics out of nowhere are now tied with the Diamondbacks for the longest active win streak in Major League Baseball. They both have won 6 in a row. Here's a really fun game. The Rockies and the Red Sox. Colorado, they grabbed an early lead after an error from Boston's, I don't know if you would call him an emergency shortstop, Enrique Hernandez. He leads baseball in errors now, which is never a stat you want to lead in. Boston, they tried to get some runners in scoring position, but Jerkson Profar, he played that ball beautifully off the monster in the 5th inning. He cut down Connor Wong trying for a double. Connor Siebold and James Paxton, they were both really good. They only allowed 1 run over 6 innings, and there were some solid storylines as well because Paxton, he's coming back from multiple injuries, missing a few seasons, and Siebold, he was facing the team that gave up on him, the Boston Red Sox. So we head to the 7th inning where Christian Arroyo, he went yard, just his 2nd of the year. He gives Boston the, never mind. Elias Diaz of the Rockies, he singled home Profar in the very next frame, so it's 2-2. Rafael Devers, he belts one deep for a 2-run home run. No, it's caught. Nolan Jones, the former Guardian, he needed all of his 6'4", 6'5" frame to rob Rafi of a 2-run home run. This one is going to stay 2-2 into extras where Boston's controller died or something like that because Colorado, they scored on a walk and then an error at first base gave them an extra cushion. It was also raining a ton, so maybe that's a valid excuse. Anyways, the Rockies, they narrowly squeak past the Boston Red Sox. They win 4-3. Kansas City took an early lead down in their home ballpark against the Reds, but Cincy, they seem to play better when the momentum is not on their side. Stuart Fairchild, he got it going with the solo home run, and the Reds got to be so happy that TJ Friedl is back and healthy and that Jonathan India is having a bounce back season. TJ, he's hitting .314 with 18 extra base hits in 45 games. India has 34 RBIs and a .360 on base percentage. So now it's tied at 3-3. Gonna skip to the 9th where Kevin Newman's sac fly gives the Reds their first lead of the night. And that lead went bye-bye as Salvi now has a home run in back-to-back games. He has 28 extra base hits, 37 RBIs, and an almost 125 OPS plus as a catcher. I don't know if he's going to get traded, but I hope that he does go to a winning team. We have another extra inning game, and that's the game right there. Jonathan India, that ground out, yeah, that's going to do it. Kind of an anticlimactic way to end it, but the Reds, they win a game in which Elly De La Cruz went 0 for 5. The Reds, they've won 2 in a row. Here we go, the Cardinals and the Giants. Mitch Haniger has been seeing the ball much better as of late. That RBI single made it 2-0 for the Giants early on. And the lead is going to be gone in about 3, 2, 1. Paul DeJong, he ripped a solo shot, and then the 2022 NL MVP, Paul Goldschmidt, he delivered. His 2-run home run put the Cardinals up by 1. Goldie has 11 home runs and 7 stolen bases. He's almost 36 years old, but like I said, Mitch has been seeing the ball better as of late. His second RBI single gives him a .370 on base percentage over the last week, and after he tied it, Logan Webb, he tossed a clean bottom of the 7th, so he went 7. Logan Webb did give up 3 runs, but technically he did throw a quality start. Now, if he can get 1 run, he'll be be in line for the win, and there it is. Brandon Crawford, the San Francisco Giants star closing pitcher, I'm just kidding, he laced an RBI single, and Camilo Doval, the actual closing pitcher, worked around a ton of base runners to convert a rare no strikeout save, but he now has 17 saves on the season and a minuscule 1.84 ERA. The Giants barely win 4-3 over the Cardinals. Here we go, the Mariners and the Marlins. Jesus Luzardo has been money for the Marlins all season long, but in this one, yeah, not a very cash money day, as the kids would say. Teoscar, he doubled home J.P. Crawford and then scored on an error after Brian De La Cruz botched it at first base. J-Rod then laced an RBI single right before Ty France connected on a big boy 3-run tank job. Seattle, they are happy about that because France's slugging percentage has really dipped in 2023. Eugenio Suarez, he joined in on the fun. He's now hitting 286 over his last 6 games, which is very good for him considering he's hitting just 218 on the season. Rookie Bryce Miller, he dive-stepped the Miami Marlins, and he was in much need of a dominant start because he has been getting lit up as of late. He was really good yesterday, 6 punchies over 6, just 1 hit allowed. It was a home run. Tom Murphy, he put the cherry on top of the home run in the 8th as the Mariners went effortlessly 8-1, and their pitching staff allowed just 1 run the entire game. We're going to talk about the stat leaders in just a second, but real quick, I want to give an update on the standings across baseball. So the Rays are still out in front of the Orioles, who have won 4 in a row, but the Rays are up by 5 games in the AL East. The Twins are up by 1.5 games over the Guardians. The Guardians have been playing much better as of late. The West, it's still owned by the Rangers, but they've lost 2 in a row. The Angels have won 2 in a row. Moving on over to the National League, we have the NL East. The Braves have lost 2 in a row, but then again, the Marlins, the Phillies, and the Mets all lost, so nothing is happening in that division. After the Pirates went 7-3 over their last 10, and the Brewers have lost 4 in a row, the Pirates are now back in first place by 1 game. And in the West, we talked about it earlier on, the Dodgers are 4 games back of the surging Diamondbacks, who have won 6 games in a row. Luis Arraez is slumping, and he is still hitting .391, so he is number 1 in batting average, followed by Freddie Freeman, Ronald Bo Bichette, and Nick Castellanos. Shout out to Nick Castellanos, who's having a bounce-back season. Wins, Shane McClanahan, he has 10 wins. Yesterday, I said 12. I just misspoke. I misspoke a lot yesterday. I called Tyler Freeman Tyler Glasnow. I said that Kevin Biggio was Craig Biggio a couple times. Home runs, Pete Alonso has 22. Shohei, like I mentioned, he is now 1 ahead of Aaron Judge. He has 20. ERA, Erod has been insane. He has a 2.13 ERA. Shane has a 2.18. RBIs, it's still Yordan Alvarez. Saves, still Emmanuel Clase. Base hits, you have Luis Arraez and Bo Bichette tied at 91 apiece. Strikeouts, it's still Spencer Strider. Then you have Kevin Gausman and Shohei just behind, well, actually a lot behind him, 102 to 117. Stolen bases, Este Uriuiz has 31 already, and the quality starts, Marcus Stroman has tossed 12 of those. That does it for today's recap. If you enjoyed, do not forget to leave a like, and also if you're brand new, hit that subscribe button. We post these almost every single day. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.